Okay. Hey guys, Trish Preston with 2 Peas in a Pod Homegrown Designs. Hello, I'm Trish with 2 Peas in a Pod. Okay, so last week on my Facebook page, I asked if anybody was interested in learning how to do these little things. These little faux flowers with all the little silky material, you know, stuff that looks like this. Okay, and everybody raised their hand and said, yes, I do. Okay, so here we are. This week I'm doing a quick video to show you how I make these little flowers. These are super simple, and you'll find probably lots of tutorials for these all over the internet, but here's my 2 cents worth and what we're going to do today. A few words of caution before we get started, okay? So this is like the safety rules. Use extreme caution. This is for adults only. We're going to be using an open flame. I don't want anyone to get hurt. You've been warned, okay? Because we're using an open flame. Tie back hair, no loose clothing. You know, I don't want anybody catching on fire. Okay. You're going to need some 100% polyester fabric. What do I mean by that? Because there's lots of 100% polyester fabric. Okay. So what we need is something like this. When you walk into the store, I don't even really know how to explain this. It's sort of like the lining that goes on garments. It's this silky kind of material. It has a little bit of heft to it. It's not real lightweight. It isn't sheer, okay? So it's not like that. And it looks the same on both sides. This, if I find some, this does not look the same on both sides. It's 100% polyester. It has a sheen to one side, and on the back side of this type of material is actually the color is a little bit flat, so you'll know that that's not the stuff that you want. The difference between this is when we use our open flame on this, I'm going to show you, the stuff that has the sheen on one side and it's flat on the other, this is what it looks like. That's ugly. Okay. But when you use the other stuff, it actually comes out looking like this, which we're gonna singe the edges of this material. Okay, so what you want to do, and I'm gonna adjust here so you can see down low my hands and what I'm doing. What you wanna do is you're gonna take your fabric and you wanna cut out just circles, and your circles, don't take the time to trace anything. Don't bother. Look at this thing. This is a really sad looking circle. That's not even like circle-like. But look what happens. When you stick these into that candle, they come out circular and this nice organic shape anyway. So don't waste your time with trying to get all these perfect circles. You'll kill yourself doing all of that. But you're going to cut out all of these little circles, and you're going to use a little tea light, okay? So something like this. This is where you have to be very, very careful, because we're going to light our tea light. Sure we are. We're going to light our tea light. Yay! Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to take our fabric. Let me scoot this closer, bend this down. Okay? We're taking our fabric and we're putting it close to the flame. Okay? Close. Not in the flame, close. To get some of that heat. You can put it just above it, right beside it. But what you want it to do is to start to singe those edges. Because of this polyester fabric, what happens is when this gets hot on the edges, it seals those edges and then it starts to make it curl up a little bit. So, and you're just going to do that all the way around your shape until you get the look that you want. Now, the other thing you can do is if you've got a piece that's really big, you get done with this, you can even kind of real gentle, very quickly over the top, and it'll kind of crumple it and wrinkle it up a little bit in the center too. But you just want to be very careful with doing that. I promise you, if you get this close to this flame, it will catch on fire. So it might be a good idea to have like a little bowl of water or something next to you. Just pay very close attention to what you're doing. This fabric gets hot, so if you reach around and touch that after you've just singed it, you could also burn yourself. Definitely don't let your kids do this. So anyway, and that's what the shapes start to look like. Blow out your candle, and what we're going to do then is we're going to put these together, and you can use a needle and thread if you want to. when you get a stack of these together, here's a stack I've already got done, and so you can do needle and thread and attach all of these together once you've stacked them all neat and made a cute little flower. I very frequently will just use my hot glue gun to put them together. So I wanted to show you some different ideas of what we're doing. Because once you get a stack of your flowers, we're going to do this embellishing type of thing on top. Look how cute this is. Okay, so embellishing. You can use like a cute little brooch if you can find one, sweet little buttons, you can do feathers, whatever it is that you can collect and put together. And this one, well, let's start here. Felt discs. So cut yourself a felt disc, you know, a little circle, because you need to decide, are you going to put it onto like a pin back to make a pin out of it? Are you going to put it on a blank ring disc so you actually make like a little flower ring? Or let's see, what else do I have in my bucket here? Or like these little alligator clips here to make a barrette. Or my favorite, my girls, we really like to do them on the headbands. And if you do them on the headbands and you're going to do like a couple flowers together, then you want to cut yourself a disc that's not a disc, but like kind of a longer strip piece of felt. So let me show you what I did on a few of these to come up with some fun things. This piece, I started off with my felt disc, and I took a strip of linen, and with that strip of linen, I ran a gathering stitch down along the bottom edge, pulled it together, and then glued it onto my disc. And then the next thing, I'm going to take 2 pieces of my flower, and I'm going to put some glue all along the edges of this one here. Stick that on top of my linen piece, and then another piece here. Can anybody hear my children yelling in the background? The big ones are watching the little one right now. Then I'm going to do another one and stick that to the center. Then I have this awesome button that I got at a local quilt shop over in, ours is called Feather Your Nest. They have these gorgeous buttons over there. Whoops. And I'm going to stick that right down into the center of my flower. Okay, look how cute and beautiful that is, right? Okay, so with mine, a lot of times like I'll use like a brooch and stick it on a bag, but how cute is this? Put a pin back on it instead and then stick that on your bag. Isn't that adorable? Okay, so that's one. Sometimes I will actually take like little pieces of mesh. This one's like a piece of polka dotted mesh. You could do like a little piece of lace, something like that, and you can stick that into the center of your flower, and then actually do something along those lines. Isn't that pretty? And put that onto your pin or a flower. Okay. And then here's another idea. I took the mesh and actually just took it and I put a piece, like a strip of glue right there, and just quickly, while the glue was still warm, just kind of ruffled that along the edge. And so then when I go to stick a flower on here, I end up with something like that, where that mesh then is sticking off the side. Isn't that pretty? Okay. Headbands. So if you want to do a headband, here's, I don't know that I have enough of my flowers made already, but you want to cut this. I usually place where my felt is going to go right about an inch above the tip of the headband. It just seems to fall in a nice place when it's on your head. And then it just depends. You're going to put that on the back side of your headband, and it just depends on how many flowers you have on there. So like for this one, I think I'm going to put several flowers on this one here and actually load up 2 or 3 flowers all along the edge of this headband. The catch to this is, so when you've got all of your glue on your felt piece here and you start pinning or gluing your flowers down, you want to be sure too that you kind of glue the tops and the bottoms of your flowers to the headband. Give it another little touch of glue so that they lay kind of flush against your headband. Otherwise your flowers are going to like kind of stick upwards off the headband and look funky on your head, because you want the stuff to lay a little bit flush. Otherwise it just looks like you have a huge growth coming off the side of your head. So Okay, was that fun? That's it. That's totally it. You stick the fabric, you singe the edges, you glue or you sew them together, and then you take all this cute stuff, buttons, whoops, feathers, all kinds of good things. Put those in the center, take a felt disc, pin it on or glue it onto your pin, glue it onto your barrette, onto a cute little headband. I think I have one in today, if you can see, if I turn my head. So super cute. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you make lots of them and put them in your hair and on your bags and give them to your friends and use them for party favors and lots of good things. Bye.